Hey guys, how you doing? This is Mongo from Mongo's Big Thinks, and I just want to share and share a few quick, brief thoughts on a book that I recently acquired, and that book is Six Gun Gorilla, Long Days of Vengeance. It is Volume One, Once Upon a Time in the West. Very good book, written by Brian Christgau and illustrated by Adrian Sibar. Sibar. Hopefully, I pronounced that halfway decently. There is a lot of good stuff to say about this book. You know, I was a backer of this book on Indiegogo when the campaign was in motion. You know, you even got it signed. I think that was part of the whole thing. You back the book, you choose a perk, you get a thing. I guess that's 24 out of 200. I don't know what that means. I'm not really a comic guy. If I had to tell you my experience with comics growing up, it was pretty much non-existent. I think I got a comic from a Jack in the Box meal once, and beyond that, I think that's about it. I did pick up Grizzly Shark, another fun comic book. But anyhow, back to Six Gun Gorilla. It's a very good book. It's a very fun read. And, the if you want to learn more about the concept and the backstory behind it, I'll link the Indiegogo page for this. The campaign is closed, so sorry folks. If you were interested in picking this up, you'll have to find it on like eBay, or you'll have to do some finagling. You'll have to really search it out. But either way, I'm going to link the Indiegogo page down in the description below, so that you can properly read about the backstory, the inspiration, and a lot of the goals that were set for this comic book. It's very good. To get into it is really good. It's got great art. The cover art is great. I've been showing this so much. But then just all of the art inside of the book, the actual story, to show that it's good. Like, bear in mind, take what I say with a grain of salt, I guess, because I'm an amateur, I'm not, I can't even really draw, but it's really good. This really hit that sweet spot for me of being, drawn in a fashion that I can see and understand. not that I'm slow, but I really appreciated how this book was illustrated. There's a lot of just very fun scenes. Personally, I love this. I love this panel. It's just my favorite panel. One of my favorite panels in the whole book. So much to digest from this book. And when I was reading it the first time through, I was so pumped reading it. There was so many, there's so much stuff that I loved when I was reading it. So much anticipation going through the story of it. And, something that I liked about the story was it's straightforward. It's like a Western, it should be like a Western, because it's about a gorilla with guns who is dealing with the evil cowboys, outlaws. But folks, I'm starting to babble a lot, but man, I really enjoyed reading this book. This is volume 1. So I am looking forward to when volume 2, when that campaign starts. I'm assuming it's going to be a campaign, but if I'm honest, I'd watch a movie of this. I would watch like a cartoon of this. If there were toys of this, I would totally, get like toys of this. I'd want a six-gun gorilla toy. And I'm kind of bummed because one of the stretch goals for this campaign was, if it hit the $40,000 mark, stretch goal, then there would be a collectible figure, or at least, that the prospect of that. And oh man, I would have loved getting that, but first world problems, I guess. But either way, guys, I'm Mongo. Again, this is Six Gun Gorilla. This comic is great. I recommend it to anybody who loves westerns, who loves gorillas, who loves action, It's a great book. You can get into it real easy. It's not pretentious. It's not trying to preach to you anything other than, hey, be a good person. And, you won't get shot up by a giant gorilla. But, basically, folks, it's a great book. I'll link the description of, I'll link the Indiegogo page down in the description. And, folks, I'll see you later. I'm Mongo, and, I'll see you around, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.